Hey everyone, Mark here, and welcome to episode 9 of Mark Making. So, after taking the smithy for a trial run, I found I have to make a couple of updates. The first is I had to cut a piece of tile to put underneath the forge itself. When we built the stand, we put a piece of plywood on top, set the forge on, and I cut tile to go around the forge itself. My hope was that the fire brick in the bed of the forge would keep the bottom from getting too hot to cause the plywood to combust. As you can see, that hope did not bear fruit. So, with the tile underneath, I don't think I'll have that problem again. The only downside is the extension I built to handle long stock is now lower than the bed of the forge itself. That's not a problem for now. At some point, I'll recruit one of my welders to give me a hand and get that tuned up. The other thing I found is my faux stump underneath my anvil was sliding around on the concrete. So I cut a piece of excess toolbox drawer liner to put underneath. My hope is that that keeps the anvil from sliding around too much on the concrete. Let's see what happens. The good news is the anvil seems to be holding steady. Unfortunately, my piece of ceramic tile was wholly inadequate to deal with the heat coming from the bottom of the forge. Much to my surprise, so was 1.25 inches of fire brick. What I ended up having to do is stack up 2 layers of fire brick on top of the ceramic tile. That appears to be proof against the heat. The other thing I noticed when working on my hook is I'm very much missing a horn on my anvil. So I'm going to improvise, take a piece of black pipe, thread it on one end, cut it off, mount it into a plate on the side of my faux stump, and use that as something of a horn. This will give me something round to wrap hooks, bottle openers, things like that around, and I think that's going to hold me over for now. Let's see what we can do. And that's it for this episode. We're now properly managing the heat coming from the bottom of the forge, and we made some updates to the anvil as well. So, once again, I think we're ready to start doing some projects, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again to everyone who subscribed, and we'll see you next time.